Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Liaqat Zaman and welcome to this episode of or installment of Balagha. Now I hope you guys are finding this interesting. I hope you guys are benefiting from it, mashallah. A lot of you guys have given me lots of positive feedback about it, and some of you guys have mentioned things I can improve in it as well, and I appreciate all feedback. Jazakumullah khair. So we're almost near the end of the chapter now, right? So I'm thinking I want you guys to let me know in future episodes what do you guys think I should do next. Should I go on to Wan-Nazi'at next, which I did plan to do initially, or is there any other surah? Should I go in sequence of each surah, or should I select another surah from a different place in the Quran and go through that? So let me know in the feedback, inshallah, in the comments. Jazakumullah khair. So let's start with this then. So two verses here. Wow, over here we have, and you guys should know by now, this comes for wasal, connecting two things or statements together. So here there's a connection being made between the previous one, which was about the لا يرجون حسابا وكذبوا بآياتنا كذابا. Right, so they denied our signs, they called our signs lies, كذابا. And then he said, and كل شيء. Right, so this connection that's been brought between two concepts, two statements, two meanings. Okay, then we have كل شيء. So كل شيء is مضاف مضاف إليه, two words here. So now this idea of كل شيء, now I need to explain this to you. Here actually كل شيء is mansub, so it's an object of a verb, but not of أحصيناه. It's actually an object of أحصينا, the hidden one. Right, so I've written it on the side here, أحصينا, and this is hadaf has taken place. So the reason for this is because أحصيناه, the one that's mentioned in the Quran already, has a damir at the end, and you call this ishtighal. So if you study in Arabic grammar, it's called ishtighal. You have a word, and then after that word you have the verb, but that verb doesn't have an effect on that word, because that verb is already preoccupied with a pronoun. Like أحصيناه is already preoccupied with a pronoun, so that doesn't have an effect on it. So what we have to do is we have to assume a hidden verb before كل شيء. Right, that's the only way we can make the sentence a valid statement. So أحصينا كل شيء, أحصيناه. And like I said, this is called ishtighal. If you want to know more about this, books of Arabic grammar have mentioned, nearly all of them have mentioned it anyway. It's a very common topic. So now what's the difference between saying كل شيء أحصيناه كتابا, so كل شيء, yeah, so it becomes effectively a mubtada, and أحصينا becomes a khabar. What's the difference between this كل شيء and كل شيء? Right, so this is a very common question that people ask. The difference between the two is when you make the كل شيء mubtada, you actually make it the center of the sentence. You make it the core topic or concept in the entire sentence. So we want to talk about كل شيء. What is about كل شيء? So okay, every single thing أحصيناه, we've recorded it, right, by saying كل شيء. So you're focusing on كل شيء. You want everyone's focus to be on every single thing. That the idea is Allah records every single thing. Now, if you say كل شيء, then what happens in this case is you have here the focus is not on كل شيء, it's actually on أحصيناه, Allah recording it. So it's like saying, you know, every single thing, right? Allah will record it. أحصيناه, we have recorded it. So the focus is on the أحصيناه. The focus that Allah wants to put everyone's attention towards is the recording itself. That's the thing that Allah wants to highlight here. The recording is the most scary thing over here. These people are doing every single thing that they're doing what they're doing, but every single thing is being recorded. أحصيناه. Okay, so that's the difference there. So you have in fact two sentences here. أحصينا كل شيء and then أحصيناه. And this comes for, like we say, ta'keed, emphasis. Like you really want to emphasize something. You really want to focus on, أحصيناه. That's the thing that Allah wants to highlight in this, like I said. So كل شيء. So you have a nakira. Nakira, it has an effect in the sentence as well. Allah could have said كل شيء, right? But nakira has the effect, every single thing comes for ta'meem, includes every single thing in the entire universe, right? So by making it nakira, كل شيء, and then the kul also reiterates that as well. أحصينا, from the word hasa, right, which like we said, it means to count, and also the counting here is a very munasib word. So there's munasabah here, is appropriateness, because things are counted in the universe. You start counting things, and so the word ahsayna, it fits in nicely because it's to do with counting or calculating as well. And also the word ahsayna is past as well. So you got an element of ta'keed here, like we have already counted it. Every single thing has already been counted. The number of atoms in the universe has been counted. The number of particles, the number of degrees of temperature the sun will reach has already been counted. The number of particles that you're going to consume, you're going to drink, the number of thoughts you're going to have, the number of movements you're going to make, every single thing, the number of breaths of air you're going to take, the number of heartbeats your heart's going to take. All of these things have been recorded in the past, right? Ahsaynahu. So ta'keed, emphasis about Allah's power, Allah's power of omnipresence power, omnipotent power. Okay, who here, like we said, this is for takrar, repetition. Ahsaynahu kulla shay'in, and then it says again ahsaynahu. Who goes back to obviously the meaning of kulla shay. Every single thing we have recorded. Do not even think that something has passed Allah. Don't even imagine something has gone by and Allah didn't record it, doesn't know about it. Everything, single thing has. So kitab, and the word kitab, this word kitab can mean two things, like kitab as in a book or as some sort of a written material, and kitab can also be the masdar of kataba yaktubu, to write down as well. Yeah, so I'll mention the two. So first of all, kitaban, if we take it as what it is, kitab as in something that's written, then this is majaz. So it's either tashbih baligh, in that case it would translate as this: kulla shay'in, every single thing, ahsaynahu kal kitab. Right, we have written it down like a book. We have recorded it like a book. Just like a scribe writes down everything in it that's happening. Like, a person who's observing something going on and they're witnessing it and they're recording it. Right? Like that, we're recording. Every single thing has been calculated and precisely measured. So that's tashbih baligh, where the kaf is missing. Or it's isti'ara here. Okay, so you got an element of isti'ara. In other words, ahsaynahu kitab, as though Allah is saying that every single thing has been recorded, like as a book or in a book. So here it's like he's resembling the whole recording of every single thing that's happening in the universe. It's been recorded like a book. Now this is like isti'ara. This is when you're kind of comparing something with something else without really mentioning any sort of the mushabbah and mushabbah bi together. But you're not mentioning them both, you're just mentioning one of them. So if I say the lion walked in the class and did his homework, that's isti'ara, that is, right? So here it's like it creates a visual image. It creates imagery here in your mind about a book. You know about a book, and you know how books can have information written in them, all documented, and you can't remove it. It's there now, it's recorded. So this is the element of isti'ara that's created. Now, personally, I think this verse is a very profound verse, because if you think about it, kulla shay'in ahsaynahu kitaban, when Allah mentions kulla shay'in, it's like, it's not just what you do that Allah is saying that He's recorded. Allah is saying He records every single thing. Forget your actions, forget you thinking you're getting away with what you're saying and what you're doing. Allah is saying every single movement, action, anything that happens in the universe is being recorded. The atoms in your body at the moment, the movements they are making, every single thing is being recorded. The movement of your blood is being recorded. The temperature of your blood is being recorded. The taste of your blood is being recorded. The smell of your blood is being recorded. The thoughts that are going through your mind are being recorded. Your the sweat that's falling from your skin is being recorded. Every single thing that you can ever imagine is being recorded, not just like a CCTV that records images. Every single heat, every single coolness, every single movement, every single change, everything is being recorded. Like to a level, an infinite level you can't even imagine. That's the profound thing about this verse. So Allah is saying, kulla shay'in ahsaynahu kitaban. So imagine every single thing that happens in the universe, every single measurement, temperature, movement and visual and hearing and sound and smell, and right, every single thing from the atomic level all the way up to the galactic level, every single thing, a record is being made. Every single thing, Allah knows this. So what about your actions? What about you disbelieving in Allah? What about you doing this? What about you disobeying Allah? Imagine, will that not be recorded? This is how profound this verse is. Does that make sense? كل شيء أحصيناه كتابا سبحان الله. Anyway, fawasil. So here you have kitaba. It ends with So you've got that continuation of endings there. Okay, so the ahsayna and kitab, because it's to do with counting and recording, and kitab is to do with like documenting something as well. These two words are munasaba there, right? So you've got this element of munasaba. You've got, you know, appropriateness, the words that are being used as well, very nicely fitting. Shay'in with ahsayna, counting shays, it's like very perfect. And then like you know, an accountant or someone that's making a note of every single little thing, little calculation. Okay, so the word kitab also, this can be treated as maf'ul mutlaq, like we said. There's two ways we can treat it, either kitab masdar. If it's treated as a maf'ul mutlaq, in that case, some have said this is actually considered to be masdar. It's a maf'ul mutlaq of ahsayna, and they say, like Sibawayh's position is, you can actually have a maf'ul mutlaq which is in the same meaning as the fi'l, even though it's not made up of the same letters as the fi'l. So the common belief is in Arabic grammar is that you have to have the same letters, but this position is no, you don't have to have the same letters. So you can say ahsaynahu kitaban, ahsaynahu ihsa'an, basically. And others would say no, ahsaynahu ihsa'an kitaban. This would be the sifa of the mawsuf that's hidden, or this would be like the badal of the masdar. Anyway, that's to do with Arabic grammar. I don't want to delve into all of that. I just want to point out to you how the visual, you know, power of this verse and the different aspects of it. Now, if we take, let's take for example like ahsaynahu kitaban, then like we said, one meaning can be we have recorded every single thing like a book. Just like you guys know how things in a book are recorded, not like on sand or in water where it'll just disappear. It's in a book, right? It will not disappear. Or we've recorded it as a book. Yeah, so in other words, the recording has been done and it's been visualized like a book. Isti'ara. Or you can say maf'ul mutlaq. In that case, it would be ahsaynahu. Such a precise and accurate measurement and recording has been done that human mind cannot even perceive it. Ahsaynahu kitaban. A recording which is, you know, inconceivable recording. Human mind can't even comprehend how Allah records things. Right now, you know, scientists can't even understand it. Ahsaynahu kitaban, and that would entail the nakira, the power of the nakira there. Yeah, the amazement, ta'zeem. Yeah. Right, so we've got that done over there then. Next, fa. So fa bil wasal again. So right, you'll have it fa fasihiyya. So if it's fasihiyya, it's like saying that there's something hidden over here, like a question. Okay, alright, Ya Allah, you've told us this, right? You've told us that every single thing you have recorded it. And then you say, okay, then those people. So it's like this is like it's a passing comment. So it's continuing from what Allah was saying, that, you know, these people, they denied our signs. They had no belief in the hereafter, that the hereafter is coming. They had no hope in them, in Allah resurrecting them, right? And they had no belief in and they denied our signs, right? So everyone who does this kind of a thing will be brought up in front of Allah, and then this will be said to them. Yeah, so that's kind of hidden there. All right, so this is a fa fasihiyya, which signifies some sort of a hidden statement before it, which was connected to the previous one. Right, فَذُوقُوا. So dhuqu is a command now. So you have command, you have the iltifat. Now previously Allah's talking as a third person, right? Them. Now all of a sudden Allah is saying you. So it's like all of a sudden the camera shot, it like changes, right? So it's like a person is narrating from the background. You know, like some of these films, they have someone narrating something, narrating, and then all of a sudden the camera changes, and it's the guy speaking directly to that person. فَذُوقُوا, then taste. Iltifat has taken, camera shot has changed, right? So iltifat takes place over here. You have, you know, personally, I think this is a very profound thing, right? Once you get the taste of Arabic language, classical Arabic language, you know, it is much more profound. It is probably, I mean, if it's not similar, it's more profound than, you know, it's more profound than camera shots. You know, watching a film and the camera shots are changing. And, you know, even in films, they have to change the camera shots every 10 to 15 seconds. Otherwise, people, you don't capture the audience. So here it's very profound how فَذُوقُوا, taste. All of a sudden the camera shot has gone down to this criminal now, and someone is speaking to this criminal. Who is speaking to this criminal? It seems as though it's Allah speaking to them. It could be angels, it could be anyone. فَذُوقُوا, taste. Right, go on, taste it. ذُوقُوا, فَذُوقُوا, taste. And that taste is referring to the suffering they're going to go through, because we said before, if you remember, taste is on the taste buds on your tongue. So will their punishment simply be to do with the tongue? No. We said that this taste can actually be the entire body, and this is to do with the majaz that we mentioned, or isti'ara even. And we mentioned this before. I don't want to repeat all those points again, but if you want to go back to them, you can go back to the previous recording and watch what we said there about the dhuku. So okay, so here is isti'ara going, right, suffer now. Now you guys will have to suffer. Now you're going to taste the torture. Right? Now you're going to feel the torture. And it's not just going to be an ordinary taste of the tongue. Like the Quran mentions, it's going to be a taste that even the skin is going to be regenerated time and time again. All the nerves and everything, every sensitive part of the body will be regenerated, so that the intensity of the pain can be felt again and again and again and again. Okay, fa again, wasal, falan nazidakum. Now the word lan over here is normally used for extreme emphasis. Zamakhshari's position comes for negation of the future, like never ever. But the majority of the grammarians, they say it comes for extreme emphasis, right? Not just for the future. So you can come for present as well. falan nazidakum, we are not going to. Ta'keed, extreme ta'keed. Like you're only going to use this if you're really, really, really what's the word? Like harsh with someone, or severe with them, certain, absolute certainty. So falan nazidakum, right? Forget it. You are not gonna, right? It's not gonna happen. Lan nazidakum. Nazid, zada yazidu, to increase. So lan nazid. This is a present verb now. Remember we were talking past verbs. Change is taking place. What do you call this change? Come on, guys. You guys should know this by now, right? We call this iltifat. And also we has been used over here. So this idea of we, this grandeur, this royal kind of statement of authority speaking here, pure authority, power, right? You can even feel the power, the way Allah is speaking. Ahsaynahu, we have done this. Lan nazidakum, we will never ever, we will not increase you. Yeah, we will give you no increase at all in anything. Lan nazidakum, we will not give you any increase. Okay, lan nazidakum. So iltifat has taken place. Write that down over here as well, just before we forget. Okay, so emphasis, ta'keed, a fi'l, jumla fi'liya has been used here, right? Which comes for something that tajdeed or tajaddud, something that regenerates or refreshes itself. Lan nazidakum, we will not do this, we will not do this, we will not do this. Right, so we've got that element over there. Illa, okay, let's go to kum. We've done that before. Illa is hasar. Okay, so hasar comes for when you want to use exclusivity. For example, like if I say, I will not eat except cake. I will not eat except cake. In other words, I will not eat anything at all except for cake. Right? So this is, you are restricting your eating. I will not eat nothing else except cake. So you're restricting your eating to just one thing. Right? So not that you're the only one that's going to eat the cake. So you're restricting your action, the nazidakum, to azab. You're restricting your action to just eating the cake. Right? So this is a specific type of restriction that's used in Balagha, and it has its own device and purpose it serves as well. So lan nazidakum illa azaban over here would mean in that case that you are not going to taste anything at all. You are not going to taste it except for one thing, and what's that? Azab. Okay, so that's like, making them lose all hope of anything, any sort of mercy, any sort of kindness that's going to be shown to them. No, except for azab. The only thing that you're going to have an increase in is going to be azab. Azab, this is a nakira word, like kitabun was used earlier on, for tahwil this time, for fear, for bringing fear into their hearts. Yeah, scary, azab. Azab which is unimaginable azab. Torture that's just unspeakable torture. And then you have the fawasil at the end as well. Alright, so you have all these devices that have been used, as I mentioned, all of that is actually also, like we mentioned before, them yushbihu al-madh. So this sentence looks as though we're actually going to say something positive. You know what? We're not going to increase you in anything except, they think, oh, except at least we're going to get something. Illa adhaban. So it's a them, it's a dispraise, which resembles a praise. So it's as though we're praising them, like a kind of sarcastic remark. Right? In the world, you guys used to do this, didn't you? You guys, you were getting away with it. You guys think you're going to be shown at least a shred of mercy. No way. No shred of mercy at all for you guys. لَن نَزِيدَكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا. Right, so that's basically the breakdown of the Balagha here. There's other Balagha points here that maybe I've definitely missed out. So if you guys think of anything else, you can put in the comments as well. And you guys can help with this as well. So, okay, let's list the things then. So we've got wasl here, right? Wasl, wows, the fas there, right? Wasls. 2 is you got hadaf, hadafs are here as well, right? So you got ahsayna is missing over here, and we said before the fadhuku is also missing there as well. That's number 3. Okay, ta'keed, emphasis as well. So emphasis being used, ahsaynahu, right? The emphasis over there. You got also, the lan nazidakum. Okay, number 4, you've also got what other point did we have over here? Right, so you've got munasaba, many munasabas over here, words, word shay, kulla shay, ahsayna, counting, adding, kitaban, something that's been recording. Okay, you've got takrar over here, repetition, so the ahsaynahu is repeating the damir, the pronoun. You've got also a ta'zeem over here as well, so the ahsayna, we, right, and nazid, we, majaz, right, so the majazan, we mentioned about the kitaban, the majaz, and the dhuku is the majaz as well, isti'ara as well, and actually the majaz, let's just write this down then, the majaz, tashbih, right, because there's various types of majaz as well. Number 9, we've got fawasil, again, kitaba, adhaba, so continuing, iltifat as well, so we've got example of iltifat, nazidakum, right, iltifat of the past. And then we've got 11, we've got nakira, kitaban, adhaban, shay'in, right, so each one of them has, like we mentioned, profound usage. Hasar also is used over here for restriction of a sentence, exclusivity of a sentence, illa, except sentences, right, so you're not going to taste anything, you're not going to have any sort of increase except in adhab, right, nothing else. And in fact, they actually say that this verse, ذُوقُوا فَلَنْ نَزِيدْكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا, so many of the mufassirin have said that the past scholars in the past, when they were asked about this verse, they said this is the verse which is the verse which shows the most despair of the people of Jahannam will be felt by this verse. Yeah, this statement that will be said to them, ذُوقُوا فَلَنْ نَزِيدَكُمْ. This is the verse in the whole Quran, you put all the verses together, the verse that shows the most despair of the people of Jahannam is this verse, because it's just so scary that Allah Himself, the most merciful, who used to show you so much kindness, is gonna explicitly tell you that you have no share of any kindness to be shown to you today. Imagine that. May Allah save us. Okay, and let's do one more then. 13. Dham yushbihu al-madh. Dham yushbihu al-madh. Right, so like I said, there's many other points as well. Okay, actually, should we just put one more? Right, so jumla fi'liya as well. Okay, you got jumla fi'liyas and jumla ismiyas. The fi'liyas play a role as well, serve a purpose in these sentences, which come for tajaddud, for refreshing the meaning as well. Anyway, so amma yatasa'alun starts off, and then it talks about the signs of Allah, and then Allah shifts towards the akhirah, the hereafter, eschatology, and then it moves from there to the reasons for why such people are going to go here Jahannam, and then it mentions about la yarjuna hisaban kadhabu bi ayati kadhaban, and then it mentions about fadhuku. Actually, let me just rub that out. Right, let's just put in first of all ahsayna, right, about the divine amazing recording of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of every single thing in the whole entire universe. And then fadhuku, right, that's like it all kind of peaks at that That's where all of this is leading towards the final destination. ذُوقُوا فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا. You're going to get nothing else except adhab. So it's, if you look at this surah, the chapter itself is talking about emphatic words from the beginning even. The words that have been used have been very emphatic. Naba, al-azim, yatasa'aloon, mukhtalifun, and then, kalla sayalamun, kalla is being used, repeated. So it's emphasis, repetition. It's like, it has a very pounding sort of an effect, if you can understand what I'm saying. Very pounding. Try to listen to this surah again. Listen to it when you're on your own with the meanings like you've learnt. Right? And close your eyes and just think to yourself, وَكُلَّ شَيْءٍ أَحْصَيْنَاهُ كِتَابًا فَذُوقُوا فَلَن نَزِيدَكُمْ إِلَّا عَذَابًا. It's a very kind of somber kind of sound it has as well. It very fills you with fear. Anyway, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to be able to appreciate these verses and bring them into our lives and make the Quran a book of guidance for us and a deeper, richer understanding of the words of Allah. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much, patrons. I can't thank you as much as you guys have supported me. Jazakallah khair for everything you guys have done. If you guys want to become patrons as well, if you guys want to support me in this channel and you want to help me make more videos, and I can make more videos like this and other videos as well, become a patron. Whatever you give, if you give $3 or even less than $3, alhamdulillah. And those who become patrons, you can actually have certain perks as well, and some of the perks include things like you get access to more videos that public don't get access to, some of my other lessons, usul fiqh and Arabic grammar advanced and mantiq logic. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check out the link in the description and make dua for me as well and for my channel. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much guys for watching this video, and again thank you to all my patrons as well for all your support. Jazakumullah khair. May Allah reward you immensely. If you guys want to become a patron, then links in the description below. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.